So it seems to me from what we've spoken about today, if we look at this idea of an avoidant personality disorder, it's something that may have developed from avoidant tendencies, which everyone may experience, but it's something that seems to have really become ingrained over time. So when someone gets to the stage where they've really changed their personality functioning to be affected in a negative way by their avoidance, how realistic is it that someone will get to the stage where they have a more quote-unquote normal level of avoidance?
Look, the way I tend to look at it is, I suppose, somewhat pragmatic again, and we measure people's progress partly from evaluating people's level of social anxiety and avoidance. And what we see is when people start therapy, then their reactions that way, their level of anxiety, social anxiety and avoidance is smack bang average for that clinical population. By the end of therapy, which for many people include individual therapy and then some group therapy, or it might be an extended period of individual therapy over a year and a half or a couple of years, maybe with 3-month follow-ups towards the end. But what you typically find is that people's reactions are on the border, if you like, between the non-clinical population and the clinical population, meaning it's become a more mild level. And I think that's the realistic way when people are tackling more entrenched or long-term difficulties. Often people make very significant progress, but it's a much more mild form of the disorder. And so how I see that happen is I might run into people in the street 5 years later, and a number of people have started other businesses, or they've got a job promotion, or they've been in a new relationship, or someone I learned had become a godmother for someone else in the group who'd got married and had a child, and that was delightful because both of them had been very socially isolated before their experience of therapy. So you see these broad changes that happen, and dare I say, people's functioning in the different roles in their life can improve substantially. But it's natural that people are going to have an extra level of social anxiety than the average person. And we don't look for that to completely change, but it's a much lesser impediment for many people in their everyday life.